Hi, my name is Simon Whiskey, and this is day 4 of Road to 2200 ELO. So I'll start with E4 and F4 since I want to attack. He takes, and then let's play Bishop C4. He checks. Now I don't know what to do. Actually, what do you do in this position? Do I just move or do I push pawn? If I push pawn, okay, so this is why it's good to have an opening, because in positions like this, like, it's already played a lot of times, and it's better to like follow those played games instead of, like, right now I'm still thinking of what I'm going to move. If I push this, he takes, I'll castle. Then he takes. Okay, I'll just move here. What if I actually castled? I want to see this variation of the game, so I'll just do that. Took me 1 minute to move that. Wait, really? So the move is not to take the pawn. I thought you actually take the pawn there. Okay. Don't I just move my knight here and attack him, counter attack? He keeps on moving his bishop. Okay, he wasted like 1, 2, 3, 4 moves with his black bishop. Now he doesn't have any development yet, although he has this pawn, but it's overextended and I'm like using it to my advantage. He can move his queen here. Wait, what? What if I check? Okay, wait. If I checked, he moves his king. Let's start with that. I'll check. He moves his king somewhere. He moves his king there. And what if I take his knight just to open the position? And then if he takes, I'll take. He doesn't take. He doesn't take. Okay, he doesn't take. Why wouldn't you take? Now what? What do I actually do? I don't have anything. Did, was it a mistake? Now, I'll check. And then what? He moves his queen here. I'll take this pawn first. So he'll march his king. I'll check. Okay, now I'm just freestyling this game. And I think his mate into. So check here, then queen here. Should be mate. Yeah, should be mate. I don't know if like that game is good or bad. But anyway, since we're speed running, not really speed running because it's actually my first time to have that rating if I even get 2200. But we'll analyze our game next time. And instead, let's continue playing because it's fun to play, but you learn more when you analyze. Okay, he goes there. Let's develop our piece. Open this file for our bishop. Move our bishop in a more active file. He goes there. Now let's maneuver our knight. Let's put our knight here. If he takes, I'll just take with whatever. This bishop is kind of bad, so I'll put it here instead. Also, I am threatening this check. I don't know if it's not really a threat. Okay, so moves there. Now I think this is a bad bishop. But he also has a bad bishop. I can castle queenside instead. But he'll want to push. Let's move our knight here. Maybe if we take... Okay, that's a bad move. What I did was a bad move. Because now he takes... I think we first exchange pieces here. Yeah, let's just exchange pieces. Now that we've exchanged pieces, we can play better. Is this a draw? We have the same amount of pieces. Okay, let's put our rook into the open file. Exchange, exchange. We exchange pieces and go to an endgame. Okay, let's take this bishop. He now has a double pawn. And then I'll castle so that our king's safe. And then we can take this next move. So he has to take, but we'll take with our rook. Now he has an isolated pawn, but he pins my queen. Now I'll go here, just so that my structure isn't bad. Okay, I'll go here. I'll threaten this rook. If he takes, I'll take with the pawn, so that I'll defend my other pawn. Right now, I just want to trade pieces, like even queens. Also, I'll make sure my king is safe by pushing h6. Then my goal is just to trade pieces at this point and create a pass pawn in the a file. I can go here. I think his goal is to put his rook in a4. Now I'll take this. Trade queens. Or maybe he takes this instead. Yeah, he takes that instead. Now what? I guess I'll attack his king at this point because there's nothing else to do aside from that. And he blundered his queen. So we'll take his queen and win the game. I think he resigns at this point. Yeah. Okay, so that's 2 wins and we're almost 2,000 if we win this game. It's actually speedrun. What do I do? I don't know this opening. Yeah, I don't know any openings. I think I'll go here, take. Yeah. I'll just exchange pieces. Since we have a pawn advantage, I think it's good to... Okay, We have a pawn advantage. He has development advantage. Also, our pawn is weak. So I would want to trade pieces with him. I just take this. Or I don't. I develop piece instead. He castles. I'll castle as well in my next move. He goes there. I think I'll just castle. Yeah, I'll just castle so that our king is kind of safe. It's not like he can push any pawns. If he takes, we just trade. The position is stable, and it's like a waiting game. There's really nothing going on yet until he he made that move. Because now, don't don't I just take this? And if he takes with the knight, he loses a piece. Or not. Okay, he doesn't actually lose a piece. I thought he'll lose a piece. Or maybe he still lose a piece. No, he doesn't actually lose a piece. Yeah, he'll just go here. Okay, I'll try to make him lose a piece. He puts his queen in a good position. Does he sacrifice here? I don't think he has an attack. Okay, he doesn't sacrifice. He's targeting my pawn. I think at this point I'm more than happy to trade with him. Just so that he doesn't have an attack. He can draw with me if he wants to. Wait. I honestly don't have any idea of what I'm going to do. I think I'll just trade pieces at this point. Yeah, I'll just trade pieces at this point. And put my king into the queen side. Or attack this queen side. because I have 3 pawns in that side, and my C pawn is already advanced. So that's what I'll do here. Uh, I just have to make sure that like I don't blunder any pawns. Okay, I'll push this pawn so that he can't jump here. I'll then put my king here. His knight can't jump anywhere. He can check me here. I can defend my pawn by going there, and I can attack his knight. I can maybe attack his knight. I don't think I'll get mated in this position. He wants to push here. Like, I can't be mated with pawns and a knight. Okay, so we pushed. He wants to push his pawn. Now I don't know what to move. Because I feel like the pawns are hanging. Which they are hanging. I can make his king go away. Then what? I'll go back, maybe. Yeah, there's no point in rushing. Because he can't go anywhere since my pawns are here. He can give me lots of checks, but what will that do? I'll trade pawns in this side. Just so that we have less hanging pieces. Now I'll take this. Doesn't have a check. And I'll push pawn. Okay, so there's not a lot of things that I can actually do here. I can't go here since he'll go here. I mean, he'll push his pawn if I go there. I can't leave this pawn behind. Like, I can't move my king. I can push this first. Like I'll start trading my pieces. He pushes that. What if I push? If I push, he goes here, and I can't leave my pawn behind. It's actually bad. It's actually a bad position. For me, not good in endgames. Not that good in endgames. I don't know what to do at this point. Okay, I'll just take. Then I'll go here, then take his pawn. He has to take like 2 pawns in order to take my 1 pawn. In order to push his pawn. I meant 3 pawns. He has to take 3 pawns, which is a lot of move, and I can just start going here and pushing my pawn. Okay, I'll go here. Oh, he wants to take my pawn as well. If I take, maybe I can go here, then check, then take his pawn. Yeah, I'll guard my pawn first. Guarded. My next move is check. Then check. I think it's a draw. Yeah, it's a draw. I'll just take his pawn. And it's a draw. Or he'll just take my pawn and it's a draw. Yeah, I'll just ask to ask him for a draw. Because it's a draw. Isn't it a draw? If he takes, I'll just take. Then he can't push his pawn anymore. And it's a draw. Okay, so we didn't actually win our last game to 2000, which is actually sad because I wanted to be rated 2000 by the end of this video, but I actually didn't. Okay, so next game, next video, hopefully I get to 2000 rating and get to 2200 eventually. So thank you for watching. See you next